Is it visible to all, everybody? I hope this screen is visible to all.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Thank you very much. So let us start our discussion today. Um, we are going to discuss today, uh, sorry, different types of research. Different types of research. So on the one side, when we says that we collect data from individual potential customer or those who are using our goods and services, so we collect data in form of yes, no, or maybe are you satisfied, not satisfied, your demographic profile, your gender, your age, your income, you belong to which city, this kind of information we collect. And beside that, we collect your opinion, your like, dislike, your preferences, and that may be in terms of good, better, or best, right? Low, medium, high, or it could be like this: are you satisfied with the services? So when we say, are you satisfied with the services? It may be in terms of yes, no. It may be on a particular scale, 5 point scale, at highly dissatisfied, highly satisfied, satisfied, dissatisfied, and in between you are neutral. So this is a kind of research where we collect information from individual, and that would be in quantitative terms. Similarly here, when we see qualitative, qualitative means that it's not yes or no, it is not in quantitative or numerical numbers, but it is that why you like this product. So you should have some kind of explanation, you should have some kind of justification. So we'll discuss about quantitative, qualitative, fundamental and applied, conceptual and empirical, and longitude and cross-sectional kind of research. I hope you all are aware of quantitative and qualitative. Very few people would be aware of fundamental, applied, conceptual, empirical, longitudinal, and cross-sectional. So here, I believe the next slide I show is visible to all of you. Tell me yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so start with quantitative research. The kind of research uses data, numbers, statistical tools, and techniques for data analysis. So I hope you might have studied in your 11th and 12th class or first year statistics. So it's more about statistics, that you have data or you collect data, you have number, you have statistical tools and techniques, mean, median, mode, correlation, regression, and techniques for data analysis. So this we will talk. So this is first kind of research we do generally in commerce, social science, management, and the result is presented in the form of tables and graphs. So generally, if you want to use, if you want to analyze the information, we have MS Excel. MS Excel is very powerful tool, very powerful software. So you can use advanced analytical tool also, and I hope one day I will show you how we can use these advanced tools in MS Excel, and it helps in understanding the association. What is association? Just think of two different phenomena or two variables. The one variable could be mm, grades of our students, the marks or grades students secure, right? So this is one variable. Another variable which could be a bit weird, like smoking. So we have two variables. On the one side, student grades, student performance in terms of grade or marks. On the other hand, second variable would be the smoking. So if someone is interested to see the association between smoking and performance of a student in terms of securing good grades or good marks, I don't know if there will be some kind of association or not. So, what we do generally, before we proceed further, before we go for advanced tools and techniques, before we use statistical advanced tools and techniques, this is a first stage of a research where out of blue we select any two or three variables or more than two variables and try to figure out is there any association, because these two phenomena are totally different and you're not sure there would be some kind of association between or among these kind of phenomena or not. So I read one article in 2011, not 11, 2014 in New York Times, and it was about this association between smoking and securing or the performance of a student. And according to this research, which got published in New York Times, it says that there is an association. And this association was showing that those who were securing good grades, they were also, few of them also were smoking. So does it mean that if you start smoking, you will start getting good grades, your performance will increase, right? So same thing when I came here in India, I discussed with my student that I read one article and it was about smoking and securing good grades. So it was as such not acceptable in India as per our culture. But here in India also, one person, he conducted this kind of a survey and he got another kind of association that yes, that people, those who were, those who were getting good grade or good marks, and he saw that yes, there is an association that smoking, I don't know whether smoking help us to secure good grades or not, but what kind of research it was basically to find out some kind of association between two. So some people, they are very good in find out some kind of association between two different phenomena, two different variables. So then he had given a justification also. We'll discuss about that in later. So first, very important thing, when you talk about research, you can find out any two weird, what you call variables, and try to figure out is there any association or not. And then if there is an association, then next thing what we do, we find out relationship. Is there any positive relationship or a negative relationship? And third, very important thing, once you saw that there is a relationship among variables, then you see whether one variable is going to affect the performance of other variable. So that kind of research we do in social science. So I hope I will give you some project where you will be finding out some kind of association. First, see a association among different variables, which may look like that they are connected, which may be not connected at all with each other. So first, what we will see, is there any association? Then we'll check, is there any relationship among them, right? Positive relationship, correlation. And third, very important thing, is one variable affecting the other variable or not, right? So that we will see among or between variables. Now, main features of quantitative research, let me go fast because we have need to cover this. Generally, it's basically translate data into knowledge, deals with collection and analysis of data. Data is the new oxygen and it is new fuel. Just think of Google. They are number one because of data, and they share data with others. They tell people that this is the information, this is the data. So a lot of organizations, Bloomberg, PwC, these different organizations, their role is basically to conduct a research, but they also collect the data. The survey, which is basically after each and every 10 year, government of India collect about individual, that is called census. So census is the biggest data in India. So government of India collect information about individual. So that's why here you see data is the new oxygen. It is the new fuel, because whatever research we do, whatever we predict, that is based on data. Quantitative research is basically a deductive research. Data is collected from large sample to verify the hypothesis. Now, whatever data we collect, it is to prove something or to disapprove something. And what is that? Basically, data represent some value, but what it disapprove and what is it's going to approve? It is going to approve and disapprove a particular logic. It is going to approve and disapprove with the data. When we test that data, whether that particular phenomena is applicable, whether that particular situation or argument is still relevant or not, whether it's applicable or not. So that logic basically we approve and disapprove. For example, what is human tendency? Are people lazy in a particular country, in a particular culture, or people they are hardworking? So when you collect data and when you see what kind of motivation they have to perform or not to perform, so here on the basis of research, on the basis of focus group discussion, people say in this culture, people by nature they are lazy. In other culture, they say that people by nature, they are not lazy, they are hardworking. So when you conduct a research among a community, among a society, then this on the basis of a data, you tell that, okay, on the basis of regression, on the basis of analytics, I feel that according to culture, people were lazy, but according to my data, data says that no, I disapprove this phenomena that people are lazy, people are not lazy according to my data. So I reject the hypothesis. Hypothesis is that people have this kind of tendency that they don't like to work. This is a very simple example, very simple example. So this is the beauty of research, that you are playing with data, you are collecting data, you are analyzing data, but what you disapprove or approve, you disapprove or approve a particular argument, and this data actually it help you to approve, disapprove a particular phenomena, particular logic, particular argument, and these argument logic we call it theory. So we'll talk about that, don't worry, and I will explain you more about that. But it's very interesting that on the basis of data, on the basis of sample, because you cannot collect data from each and everyone. So it would be really good that you go to few people, talk to them, but these all people should be a representative. For example, if I collect data from student of Delhi University and we have approximately 500,000 students, it would be very difficult for me to go to each and every student and collect data. So what I do, I select a sample. That could be 10%, that could be on the basis of different, we have different method to decide how many people should be there in that your sample when you conduct a research. So that will talk in detail, that how to select a sample. Should it be randomly? Should it be non-randomly? Should it be clustered, stratified, right? Or as per your convenience? So that will talk that how to do it. So sample size is an important element in quantitative research because reliable results can be obtained only when sample effectively represent the population. The main tool of the quantitative research is questionnaire based survey. So as I say that generally we go and collect data and we develop, design a questionnaire and collect the information. And good thing is that once you have conducted a research, same thing can be generalized to other culture, other city, other people, other culture. Researchers remain aloof in the quantitative. So researcher is basically outsider. He should not be biased. Whatever data he see, whatever data he collect on the basis of standardized tools and technique, they should analyze, they should use analytical tools, and they should not be affected by the outcome of the research. And finally, it is about testing of hypotheses. And now we have qualitative research. Qualitative research, it uses non-numerical information. So on the one side, you saw quantitative research where we use data, but in qualitative research, it uses non-numerical information like words. It helps in describing situation and phenomena. It promotes exploratory research. So whenever you want to explore a new phenomena, when you want to describe a new phenomena, new situation, new variable, new theory, new logic, so you should have some kind of qualitative information, which not be in terms of binary, which would not be in terms of numerical, but it would be in terms of why this is so. So you need to explain it. So the main feature of qualitative research are purpose is to explore some phenomena. You want to explore something. Qualitative research focus on from how to why and what. Fundamentally, interpretive inquiry or research. And this is actually you go and stay with the local people, you talk to them, you understand them. So we say that it's conducted in the natural setting. Then you can understand why this situation is, why people behave in certain manner, why people act, why do people react. So it's a very in-depth understanding of a phenomena. A phenomena could be like technostress, stress because of technology. If you want to define this term, I believe in 2010, someone had proposed this term techno stress. You have a stress because of technology. I'm not sure whether you control the instruments you have in your home, like mobile phone or the wall clock, or these all instrument control you. You just think about it. It's very important phenomena. Generally, we feel that these all our instruments are in our hand. We are controlling them. We are controlling everything. But now things has changed. Whenever you get up, first thing you check your mobile phone. Before you go to bed, you check your mobile phone. So are they controlling you or you are controlling them? Just think about it. So in-depth understanding of a phenomena, whatever phenomena you have, whatever things you have, you go in deep and understand them and see what kind of detail, complex and rich data or information you have for the qualitative research. And here are the few more features of qualitative research. Researchers immerse in the field. So you stay with the people, you immerse in the field, and you become a source of the information. When we talk about qualitative data, it's kind of case study. It's a understanding people in a community, in a society, especially in rural area, tribal area. So if you want to understand what they do, how do they live their life. So now a lot of people, they want to see how people live in Leh Ladakh. So what you need to do, you go there, stay with them, understand them. So it would be a kind of immerse in the field. Then we have qualitative research is basically inductive research where you propose theory. So you propose logic, you propose the argument. So see the beauty of this kind of research. So instead of playing with the data, instead of deciding whether that phenomena is acceptable or is still relevant or not, what you do, you propose a particular phenomena. So it's not an easy job, it's a bit difficult task. So now qualitative research is carried out through details study of the topic and using a small sample. So you don't need to go 100,000 sample size, maybe a one person, one community, one society is more than enough. The main tools of qualitative research are in-depth interview, expert interview, focus group, and case study. Qualitative observations are subject specific and personally experienced. It would be more a qualitative one. It would be a very subjective also. It's very difficult to generalize this kind of concept. But over the period of time, when you develop an argument on the basis of practice, on the basis of experience, maybe you want to see whether that same phenomena is applicable in other culture or not. For example, as I say, people are lazy by nature. So is it same in USA? Is it same in Japan? Or is it in same in China? So it vary from country to country, culture to culture, people to people, but basic phenomena remain same, but application of that may be, or understanding of that may be vary from one person to person, country to country, culture to cultures. So researchers are generally interested in phenomena and events. What is this actually I want to understand? So here last slide of today's discussion, difference between quantitative and qualitative. Quantitative objective is to find out the facts. Qualitative objective is to know the social reality, people, culture, groups, their behavior, what they do, why they do, why they interact, why people like this particular activities, why people don't hate, why do people love, why do people interact, right? These all social reality. On the other hand, quantitative work on variable, qualitative work on interactive process events, quantitative check reliability, and here qualitative check authenticity. In quantitative, theory and data are separate. In qualitative, involve fusion of theory and data. So here you can see other also. Quantitative is in terms of number, qualitative in terms of words, right? Quantitative is bit structured, and qualitative it is unstructured. So this next kind of longitudinal cross section we will discuss in the next class. So now if you have any query, if you have any query in your mind, you can ask.